I'm going too.
No, I need you to get the lead.
And by sneak past
Really?
the guards, I
Yes,
mean
but
kill
we
them
have
all.
to hurry. Go to the lighthouse and signal for them. Tell them it's revolution time.
What's the signal?
On, flash.
I can't understand any of that, Cyrus.
Just kidding. I'll tell you on the way. Tell your mother the plan.
Santhanga bitiki tuwaka nohai. No dogo dup tralik. Sensogat kalugo.
Oh. See, they can't see her enter if they're all dead.
The soul gem.
Telekinesis, rad. Pretty cool alteration spell.
The ring.
Well, what do you need the ring for? I forgot. Got it. Oh, right, because the body had like a spell on it to preserve it. So they had to undo the spell.
What is it? Did it work?
I'm sorry,
What's
Cyrus.
wrong? What happened? What did you do wrong?
It didn't work.
What now, Redguard?
The sword.
Oh, Tatene.
His soul is in the sword.
Mother?
How did this happen?
Atorno mangai sura.
She doesn't know. It
Who
was...
cares how it happened? It's over, Cyrus. We can't follow a sword. You failed us. We're through!
Is this how you will honor your prince, then? Cautious I've thought you, Basil, but never before a coward. We all have waited for the prince's return. Now that he has returned, you walk away. The form is different, true, but his spirit is here. And isn't his spirit the truest part of him?
How's he gonna govern
Did
as
it
a sword?
occur that maybe he chose this shape and symbol as the sign of his intentions? Perhaps that soul in hated delay snared helpless in a jewel while his men hid and shirked their duties, his duty. Perhaps that soul honed itself to this and by no mistake comes to you now in no more fine and final form as this. A sword. You say you cannot follow a sword? Well, I say that you have strayed from your own too long. Why are you here but to fight? Your prince has shown you the manner of his purest metal, and metal itself. And this true, unerring razor's message is clear beyond words, for now's not the time for words, but for brave hands, bright swords, and blood. Aye, boys, it's about blood now, too long frozen in your veins. And you'd rather yourself be rigid than follow me. Well, if you won't, then shamefully know that your prince will. For his blood be solid too, but strained to steel and tempered in death. Arise alike as he, as swords as we are crowns alike as he. The prince is dead. Long live the prince! What shall we do? You shall secure
Got
the
him
harbor.
riled
We can't
up.
have any more of them coming in. Once that's done, take it to the Imperial still left on the water. When they see the harbor is ours again, they will make sail for the mainland.
What about you?
I'm going into the palace to kill the governor.
You can't
Right.
do that alone. How will you get in?
I won't be alone. And the prince shares secrets.
Let me come with you, Cyrus.
And you aren't going without me.
No, you help Basil and the League take the harbor. If we storm the palace, Rickton and his men will dig in. It has to end now. With the League running amok in the water, the palace will be near empty as they try to stop you. I'll reach Rickton easy and remind him whose seat is the throne of Stros M'kai.
They'll hear about this in the rest of Hammerfell.
Then let's make sure it's loud.
I mean, I guess we can figure out how the government is structured after. Hey, the door in the back! Yeah, we're allowed in! I wondered what that door was for. Feel vindicated for finding it.
The assault ship is ready, Lieutenant. The men are aboard. They'll never see us coming.
I'll inform Lord Rickton.
What was that?
He's here.
They're attacking the harbor.
Who is?
A mob of them, Governor. We were caught offline.
The Redguards behind this. I know he is. He's here. He must have found some new friends. Get that Redguard. Take their leader and they'll fall to pieces. The dirigible is ready. Shall we begin the assault on the Restless League's hideout?
Forget about the League draft. We must evacuate.
But
Who do you think is attacking the harbor, man? It's the Restless League. They're blowing up our ships.
Right.
That Redguard, the one you were supposed to kill a long time ago, he succeeded in sparking the rebellion we were sent here to repress.
Right, he's got good info.
Enough. We'll take the dirigible and make for the mainland. Stros M'kai is expendable. The Redguards may have their day here, but I will return at the head of a fleet and the Emperor's legions.
So... Also, that's a good plan. He's making all the right tactical decisions here. And he's right. There would be no one at the cove. All the people from the cove are attacking ships. There's no point in assaulting the cove now. The only thing that's there is buildings. And you need to kill the people, not the buildings.
What? It's one of the pirates.
It's one of the pirates.
Come on. Die! Surrender now! Yes, you're quite resourceful.
2 hits.
It's one of the pirates. Surrender now! You're quite resourceful. Surround him, too quick! Put it down. Die, Redguard! I'll finish it.
Also,
I'll spill yours yet.
I saw in the notes for the game when looking up information on like, hey, were there sword upgrades? I got to see this sword or like the damage that this sword does early. A little distracted. We shouldn't take a health potion because shouldn't take a strength potion because due to the way that the game is coded, it is bugged. Taking a strength potion will lower our damage. So we don't take strength potions. Not anymore, they're useless. Iron skin potion will still work though, I believe.
You won't escape.
Enter the palace. I think my target is literally just the governor, and that's it, right?
It's one of the pirates.
I can't see, can't move. Hi.
Die, Redguard! Your surrender now! I'll spill yours yet. Put it down. Fall back and let me. A sharp sword. You're trifling with. A sharp sword will be yours. There he is.
Oh boy, I really can't
He's
see.
only one. I'll spill yours yet. You won't escape. Rebel, I'm...
This area is not well optimized.
God, I'm struck. Well, I'm struck. You're quite resourceful. Put it down.
Yeah, so my thoughts are, on the ritual, there's some kind of soul gem in the sword. Wanted for treason and murder. Both true. A reward of 100 gold pieces, that's all? The only crime here is how low a bounty you're offering. How many health potions do I have? 18. Okay, that should be good.
It's one of the pirates.
How are you here? Dang it.
Your style needs work, Redguard.
Yeah, you surprised me.
A potion of iron skin.
Hey.
Excellent.
Money that I don't need.
I'd like to, but I don't think I can carry any more gold. I'd like to, but I don't think
I didn't end up buying potions in between episodes. I said I would, and I didn't. I have no excuse. I have failed.
I'd like to, but I don't think I can carry any more gold.
Okay, I think we should probably just hug the left wall.
It's one of take that. I'm quick. Die.
I think I've got the wrong angle.
Traitor.
A sharp sword will be your death.
In the wrong timing. There we go. Jeez.
There he is. Take that,
Yeah.
traitor.
I'm just gonna run past and accumulate guards. This looks like we've got an actual puzzle room.
Cross with me, Redguard. You're all you'll pay for that one.
You were sloppy. Or I should say your style needs work. Let's do here. Looks like the audience chamber. It looks to be an elevator.
Surround him.
This door seems important. This isn't a door. I thought this was a door. It's a cauldron. Turn wheel? Right. Ow! Oh, no, 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 no! Take out your sword!
You're stunned, M'kai. Surrender now.
I don't know when the last time I saved was.
Trained well, but not to win. You're stunned.
Ah!
Excellent.
Okay. If I'm not careful, I am going to run out of health potions, so... Let's save. I've gotten complacent. I've only got 10 health potions left. I'm stuck. Well, I'm glad I saved. Am I supposed to jump? Yeah. To do what? No, I'm not supposed to jump. This is awkward. I wonder why I was allowed to open that. Right. I'm just gonna go past. Oh, there's a walkway to other rooms here. What are you? Are you just a handle on the barrel? I guess it's a fuse. Maybe that's a barrel of dynamite? Seems weird. Out of place, even. Turn wheel.
Magnificent.
Yes, magnificent. I have to cook a 3-course meal to open that door. Get bucket. I have a bucket. I take that bucket, right, and I fill it with ale, water. I then fill the cauldron with water. Yes. I then put out the fire with water. And then I got my soul sword, and I turn the wheel again.
It's locked.
Yeah. But wait. Look upon my genius. Now that the cauldron is back in the furnace, full of water, and is not boiling.
It's locked.
Oh, it's not unlocked. Okay. Never mind. Why am I allowed to do this? I thought that was legitimately going to be the answer to some, like, super dumb esoteric nonsense. Oh, she hadn't died right here, next to the pots. I have a bucket of water, no one get near me.
It's one of the pirates.
I think I killed someone. Through the wall. I did. Okay,
There he is. A sharp sword. Put it down.
seems like a...
Traitor.
Stop.
Look alive, Redguard. Got you. How? I struck. Fall back and let me. Quick! I have this rebel. Of the pirates. You're quite rebel. A sharp sword. You're trifling. No match. You won't escape. A sharp sword will be your... I'll finish it. Die, Red... I'll... Surrender now.
Ah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it
Surrender
doesn't.
now. Blood with it. Take that. You're quite resourceful.
I got one strike in. Then it ceased working.
Die, Redguard.
7 gold pieces. A potion of iron skin. 5 gold pieces.
I should start using potions of iron skin. This is a long elevator.
It's locked.
Well... there's an exit to the palace. Do I have to Dark Souls it and jump off at a specific moment? Oh. Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think that really goes anywhere. And the cameras are really freaking out when I try and look. I don't see any spot I could jump to from up there, even if I got up there. And the only other place I can think to go is the door with the pot. Because this is to exit the palace, right? And it's gonna say it's locked?
It's locked.
Yeah. The layout in the palace has changed. I turn the wheel and get a nice slow roast going.
Magnificent.
Why I would do such a thing, I don't know. This barrel has a fuse. Nope. The thing is, I don't see why...
I'm quick.
Ah! I don't see why faffing about with that cauldron would do me any good. So I'm just gonna go back down and we're gonna keep hugging the left wall. Aw. Potion? What? You're a dead end? Like, I believe that. Okay, no souls like invisible wall. And I believe that ramp is where we came from. Yeah. And the ramp's where we came from, so... I do go up. I need to cook a meal for the governor, I guess. That will unlock the door somehow.
Die, Redguard!
Seven gold pieces.
I'm running out of potions.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. Like, why? Maybe this... Maybe nothing happened with this because there was fire?
Come on!
What? Who, where, and
One
why?
of the pirates.
Oh!
You're open.
Do I have to turn to the side?
Come on!
Jump. Run.
Die, Redguard! I'm quick!
You are quick. Little bugger.
He's yours! A fine cut! Fall back and let me! You're... You're open!
I'd like to, but I don't think I can carry any more gold.
Ah, the main hall.
Surround him! I'm quick! Down! Surrender now!
Lost my step.
Your style needs work, Redguard. You're a fool, Redguard. You should just surrender.
Dead.
I'd like to, but I don't think
If I can
carry
control
any
the
more
flow
gold.
of the fight, I can do it without dying.
It's locked.
Or taking any damage, even. Why am I allowed to exit the palace here?
Put it down. A sharp sword will be your death.
I don't see why I would drop down.
It's locked.
And the other door leads to a balcony.
There he is.
Locked.
I might be able to jump for that. In fact, I can test that theory. Yeah!
There he is. I'll surrender now. You're quite resourceful. You have your style needs work, Redguard. You're quite resourceful. Out of my way. You're a fool, Red. Die! A strike! I'm quick! Put it down. I'm quick!
Ow.
Die, Redguard! I'm quick!
Okay, 2% health.
A health potion.
Nice. We want net positive.
Some gold. This should help.
No, gold literally doesn't help. I have a PDA where I can exchange it for, exit pots. This might have something. I'll have a PDA where I can exchange it for, stuff. Health potions. Just wherever I want. Get key. Yeah, there's an iron key now. Silver key. Game froze. Game froze. I hope we can finish this today. Might be able to. Ah, just before I jumped. And perhaps I can do something funny here. 'Cause all I technically need is the key. Which I know is on this table.
You won't escape. A sharp sword will be your death.
To fight. Hello.
Traitor.
Aha! Seems dangerous. I did it.
I'd like to, but I don't think I can.
No, you ding dong.
I'm quick.
That's not what I wanted. The action button is to pull out your sword.
You're open. Ah.
I don't know how you didn't hit me and how I hit you.
Some gold. This should help.
Who knows? The point being, I exited without having to fight the other two. That's the key to Azara's Lodge. Silver key. That seems dangerous. From what I can tell, there's nothing in these rooms. I've got a key, but none of the doors have helped me. Maybe the doors below will help me? That's the fireplace. That's probably it then. Is this to go to outside? Exit palace. I don't want to go there. Yes. I presume this key was for that door. I do see another door over here, though. Pick up health potion. I'm kind of amazed that turning the pig doesn't give me health, right? Like, can't go up there, turn the pig, and get healed for a little bit. It's just a fun little interactable and nothing more. Oh, you know what? This means I can exit. This is just gonna take me back to the main room. Right. Yeah, and that's the cooking. I give the pig one last turn. For good luck.
Magnificent.
And then we go up, because now I've got the key to open this door up here, right? That's what's going on? I should save before we enter the door as well. Save. Online fixed.
Locked.
Locked, and then I use silver key. Put key in lock. There we go. And then I pull a lever? Okay. Then we exit out the main doors? I'm worried. Because I just made a change in another cell that's not this one. And when I say cell, I mean like game cell. Like that loading area had a change to it, and then I exited. So I'm worried it's gonna load and it's gonna get to 95%. Right? Okay, and then we exit out the main gate? Because if I turn left, there's doors to the main area. Now I can exit Palace. I got it loaded.
Take that! You're open!
Um,
I'll spill yours yet. Put it down.
the guards are respawning, so I really don't want to deal with them.
It won't fit.
I'm just gonna run around to a few of the random doors. You?
Traitor.
Out! Ah, no, 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 no. This is where I entered the first time. Don't read poster. No, don't read poster. Exit Palace, thank you. I was worried I was gonna get stuck.
A sharp sword will be your death. Come on!
And... yes!
Traitor.
Now I get lifted. Up to the airship.
Come, Redguard. Let me shake you to the bone.
Oh my god! Hold on! I am totally not ready to fight you. Are you kidding me?
Tablet Shah and day.
Save. Hold the power.
Shah and day. Should I? Should I?
He's dead. Here. I don't know why that decided to suddenly collapse. But I guess we're just lucky. Of course it's time.
Reconsider your options, knave.
How about you reconsider your,
Reconsider what's your fault?
lack of representation in
Reconsider
government?
your options,
Well, no,
knave.
he's literally represented because the council.
Winning, Cyrus.
He has a council, the previous,
Reconsider your options.
the previous
knave.
king didn't. And by council, I mean, you know, the Red Ruby Council.
Reconsider
So
your
he's
options,
literally
knave.
beholden to
Reconsider.
a governing body besides himself.
Reconsider your options. Reconsider your options. Reconsider your options. Rope. Reconsider your options. Rope.
You don't know the power of the backstep. Bada bing!
How remarkable. I may well be the first Imperial Admiral to surrender at this altitude.
No surrender, Governor. You just die on your feet.
The
Oh, no
rules of
prisoners.
engagement state quite clearly that a losing party may yield to his opponent on the field of battle.
Yeah, you're about to
and
commit
that
a war
the victor
crime.
may, within honorable reason, determine his ransom.
Remind me in hell.
But where's the money in that? Or Redguard honor? I know a swordsman like you, Redguard, can't kill an unarmed man. And as a gentleman, I place myself under your protection. And as a swordsman of no little accomplishment, I congratulate you on your mastery of the longsword. And I congratulate you also on your small victory here. I have failed my Emperor, and may regret surviving to face his displeasure, but...
Drop the weapon.
What were those rules of engagement again?
I'm sorry, Redguard. The rules of engagement govern the affairs of gentlemen. But you, a rebel in arms, a traitor to the Emperor, and a threat to the Emperor's peace, all you have earned is summary execution.
You die now, Redguard.
Do it then, because that'll be the easy part. But look down
Right,
there,
I guess
Richter.
that's a-
Now there's an army that's tasted victory, and one you'll never defeat again.
No more words.
Richter, It's time you saw that Redguard fire you've heard so much about. You never did kill the Prince Richten. He lives.
Uh-oh. That is interesting, though, that, like, technically within the bounds of law, everything that happened there is, like, legal, not a war crime. Because I surrender, I'm unarmed, you can't kill me. Okay, now you're captured. Now, you would be beholden to the same laws, except now I'm back in charge as the governing authority. I sentence you to summary execution because you're a traitor. Boom, dead. There's a commentary somewhere about...
The old quarter should be restored.
Balancing that.
Make sure Captain Basil has all the men he needs.
You know I have to leave soon.
Can't you at least stay for the celebrations? They are.
Why are
because
you
of
dressed up
after all.
fancy?
Baron Volod came out of hiding to retake Sentinel after he heard of our own uprising. Both he and the Emperor are coming here to work out the treaties.
The Emperor's coming
Or
here?
conquer you.
We've had 2 bloody wars in as many years, Cyrus. And a court must be struck with the Empire. But at least now we will be respected allies. if all
No,
goes
this
well,
is Tiber Septim. He's going to
instead of
conquer
exploited
you.
subjects. A tour guide me in this.
That's...
I've never been much for politics.
I forgive you anyway. I can do no less.
Yeah, why is she dressed fancy like she's the queen? You just married the king. You don't have any claim to his throne. Only your heirs do. Yeah, we did it! That's the end of the game! Well, I didn't learn as much lore as I would have liked, but, I mean, thoughts on the game? I enjoyed it. It's still, I said before, I'm still giving it like a 2 out of 5. There are so many bugs. I win? Question mark? And then, what happens if I load? I win. What happens here? Oh. I win again! Sure. That's it. Okay. I can see why it's a side shoot game. Anyways, rating, I'm still gonna have to give it a 2 out of 5. My recommendation is don't play it unless you're... Actually, my recommendation is just don't play it. Because if you're going to play it, you won't... You know you're going to play it, and regardless of what I say, you're going to play it. Because you have a thirst for playing every Elder Scrolls game, like I do, right? This has so many bugs, and I had to go into the save files multiple times. We would have literally lost the playthrough if I didn't rip open different parts of the save and transplant parts of the save into other saves. Like, this is not a working game. This should be free on Steam. Because this product doesn't work. As for the story, it was charming, I'll say. I liked a lot of the fanfare and little quests, and there's a whole bunch of cute things like turning into the rat. It's kind of whimsical in a way. The problem is, like, Here, the central conflict revolves around a wider scale thing that's going on. This isn't a localized conflict where, oh, there's a tyrant king and you need to lead a rebellion to overthrow the tyrant king. This is a governor under the Empire is corrupt, and you are raising rebellion against the governor of the Empire. But the Empire has already won the war with the previous kingdom. So you have the Empire in the background, right? You have to do more politically and more, like, socially in order to sell what's going on with the wider conflict. You can't just have, oh, corrupt governor, that's it. We're overthrowing him. That's not how it works. You see, immediately after the credits roll, Tiber Septim comes in and he puts the entire island to the sword. Like, the Tiber Septim is a warlord emperor who has the backing of the Red Ruby Throne and of the Council. You do not gain independence here. And even if you were to somehow gain independence, like, Izara was in fancy clothing as if she was the queen. That's not how inheritance works. This is a kingdom. Unless you were elected to that position, the title goes to the king's immediate children. If the king has no children, it goes to the king's other family, like his brothers or sisters, or his father, or his cousins, right? She has no blood connection to the current king, so she has no claim to the throne, period. End of story. She's not queen. This is a monarchy. This is not, this isn't an elective state here. But I guess literally, like, the king is a sword. His soul is still stuck in the sword. Just do the ritual again to get his soul out of the sword. They didn't do that. Why didn't you do that? You can just do the ritual again and remove it from the sword and put his soul back in the body. There's zero reason why you can't just do that. Now you have an actual reigning prince. But, like, even if that happened, it's a small island nation that has already lost all of its forces going up against the Empire again. You just lose. And let's say they didn't lose. Let's say they somehow win, right? Here's the biggest problem with the game by far. Is if you're doing a big political conflict and a big, like, there's a war with a lot of nuance to it, you have to actually go into the little nitty-gritty details and show the nuance. The previous king sucked. Like, we're meant to root for Cyrus, I presume. But, and, like, you know, you're meant to be a crown and root for the previous king. The previous king was awful. He consorted with pirates. He invited a necromancer. The necromancer that was trapping people's souls. He's the one that invited them in. Like, the previous kingdom was awful. And they had two qualms at all with the Empire that were said throughout the whole game. And that was, hey, it sucks here because, like, basically everyone's dead because we just lost a war, right? I mean, sure, you fought the Empire, so, like, the Empire is technically at fault for the losses in the war since they were the enemy, but that doesn't bear on how they govern. It's not like are they a good or bad governing area? Like, maybe if you had said the previous king tried to peacefully become a vassal, or, like, tried to talk things out diplomatically, tried to prevent the war, okay, then maybe they're going on an unjust war. They didn't say that. We know it's an unjust war because Tiber Septim is a warlord. He's literally just going to expand the empire. But like, there's being a warlord and going around conquering territory, and then there's being a bad governor, and those are separate things. And like, the empire just seems to only be a positive for the island. Also, we're talking about an island here. This is a small thorp of an island. All of Hammerfell is a huge area. That's what the Empire conquered, right? This would not be a king at all if we were talking about actual like feudal structures and areas. This would at most be a count. And it wouldn't even be a count, really. I mean, technically it would be a count because he has one one city and commands the local military, is what the previous king did, right? So he's a city-state. He's not a kingdom, he's a city-state. He's the king of a literal one city. And the rest of Hammerfell is not under the crown. So he's not a king at all. At best, he's a count. That count would be under a duke who owns multiple islands. Actually, I know this because I've read into the lore, and a great way that you can see how this exactly works is in the CK2 Elder Kings mod. All of the islands in that region are... I might be thinking of a different set of islands. This one, it's either part of a set of islands that is a duchy, or it is part of a... what's it called? And Isla, it's like Florida, where there's ocean on three sides, but it's connected to the mainland. There's like a little stretching set of 2 or 3 counties in that, and like the island's nothing. The island's a little thorp again. Maybe it's a trade stop. Maybe it serves as a good trade stop for merchants, so it might be of significant mercantile value. Excuse me. Or significant fiscal value. But that's the only thing it has. It would then be part of that duchy, which is the section under... In fact, I can just pull up a map, can't I? One second. Let me do this. I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna pull up a map and literally just show you all what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm chatting. There we go. Scrolls map. This is a better map. Ooh, this, that's a very, very garbage. Someone's dodging attacks on pixels. Here we go. Okay. So, this is Stros M'kai here. And I was right. I was thinking of this island chain. There's a little island here, and like, you know, I think there's a little island here. Stros M'kai is part of an island chain over here, of like all 3 of these, I believe. This might be part of Anvil technically, but at minimal, there's an island here, and there's a few more islands over here. To the west of the map, we can't see it's cut off, is Yokuda. This is a duchy. The set of islands is a duchy. Stros M'kai might be the capital county, but it is not a kingdom. It's this small thorp of an island with one city on it. Hammerfell is massive. These are all the cities in Hammerfell. This is the kingdom of Hammerfell in the Empire of Cyrodiil, right? Which includes Cyrodiil, Hammerfell, Skyrim, probably High Rock at this point. I don't know when in the timeline it is, because, you know, Tiber Septim would be sweeping through, conquering different places, right? And he conquers all of this. Technically, except Morrowind, who is in a weird vassal, like, sort of vassal state. But they have kind of conquered it, kind of not. They have an agreement, and Morrowind gives him the, it gives him the brass tower, the giant robot, and he uses that to conquer High Rock, and then the warp in the west happens. But, like, this island does not win a war. No matter what you do, this island is under the control of the Empire. Right? So they don't win a war here. Period. There is no, like, route in which that happens at all. And it was never a kingdom. Hammerfell is the kingdom. It is the kingdom of Hammerfell. Right? You can call yourself a king, but if you only own a single city, you're a mayor. So the mayor of Stros M'kai, he's not a king, but I guess he can have some of the structure of it, sure. The greater conflict here is awful. The previous king sucked. He consorted with pirates. He invited in a necromancer. He, rather than speaking diplomatically, we don't know if he spoke diplomatically with the Empire, but, like, he had to have known before he started the war, or before he joined the war, right? With presumably the rest of Hammerfell. Hey, this is not going to work for us. We're going to die. He either didn't seek a peaceful solution, or did, and that would have been interesting to see, because then they would have more reason to hate the Empire. It's, hey, we sought peace, you wanted to conquer. We didn't see any of that. Or if we did, I don't remember it, and it didn't stand out to me. There's nothing at all in the game that says why they hate the Empire, other than we fought in a war with them and lost. So lots of our people are dead, which is, again, separate from how is the place being governed. And the death of that one boy. And, like, the death of that one boy, had we actually saw, like, an investigation, or if it was done, you know, as you play as a detective in a side mission, and you figure out what happened, which could give us more information on Azara, that would have been great. But the only qualm that they have that's even semi-valid is that Yokudan guy, the Yokudan boy they called him even though he's an adult, was killed for walking with Azara. Problem: Azara is working with the Restless League and is a key figure in their operation. Like, again, she's basically Osama bin Laden. Like, they are right to attack Azara. She's trying to overthrow the government. She's a literal terrorist. So, maybe they didn't know. Maybe there's more nuance to it than just, oh, they randomly, like, police brutality a boy to death in the middle of the street. No, he's helping a known terrorist who's trying to overthrow the government. Whether he knew that or not, we don't know. But my point being, I'm not going to call the Empire wrong for killing him. They might not have known that he wasn't a full member or not. We don't know. Right? There's more nuance to it. If I had more information, I could make a better call, but I see no reason why the people of Stros M'kai should hate the Empire so much. Just make me hate the Empire. You could, again, just show, like, random police brutality or something, or, like, hey, we're being overly taxed. But they literally said the opposite. Like, they mentioned with the problems with the Yokudans that this goes beyond, he overly taxed wheat and like flour, right? They had no complaints about the taxes of flour. It went beyond that. Maybe they had a qualm with how the Yokudans were being treated, because the Yokudans were banned from the city, right? Yokuda is over here to the west. Yokuda is not part of the Empire. And I don't know what, like, influence Yokuda had in the war, but they're not, like, Yokudans aren't Imperial citizens. I feel like with what happened in Morrowind, they would have an open borders policy. I don't see why they would be banned from Stros M'kai, but maybe there's some more things going on. How you could say, oh, Yokudans are being treated badly. If we saw more, I would feel better about, oh, okay, yeah, here's another reason why the Empire is corrupt. And why this, like, populace is so angry and bitter. You don't see anything. None of the socio-political or international conflict makes any sense. The closest they got to commentary was in the final segment when he said, hey, under the rules of engagement, I am an unarmed man surrendering to you. You can't kill me. And then after Cyrus was captured, he immediately turned around. Okay, cool. Now you're captured again. So now I'm governor again. And now, as my authority as governor, I sentence you to death because you're a terrorist trying to overthrow the government. You could do some probably pretty cool social commentary with that. Or like political analysis and legal analysis of, hey, what are the rules of engagement? Should they be this way? How are they being used? Are they being abused? They didn't do that. That was in the last 5 minutes. I would have loved to have seen more of that. But we don't get any of that. It's just a random, like, fairy tale adventure about a dude who goes and kills a corrupt governor for some reason. Because just trust us. If the story has to tell you that Empire bad rather than show you, or tell you, hey, previous king good, when everything that your eyes and ears tell you is that previous king very, very bad. Every time I hear an action from the previous king, I'm like, wow, what he did what? I saw no good policies other than being told, okay, his people liked him. Sure, mild positive benefit. What did they like about him? Give me anything at all. Was it his financial policy? Did he have good political relations with the rest of Hammerfell? Maybe he introduced a trade policy with the Somerset Isles. What did he do that made him a good king? What did the new king do that made him a bad king? He consorted with the necromancer, right? Well, he was a governor. I still have no idea. You can't have a governor of a region and be like, oh, he's a corrupt governor, and then not touch on the fact that the governor here, right, he answers to the Imperial City. There is a council in the Imperial City, which, like, the Lord of Bruma is on the council, right? The Lord of Shadenhall is on the council. He might be a member of the council. He is beholden to the council. The only one who you could say is a tyrant in that situation might be the Emperor. But if he breaks out and he becomes a tyrant, and like all these problems happen, right? If he escaped, what would they have done? They probably would have stripped him of his title, right? They would have said, okay, well, clearly you can't govern Stros M'kai, and they would have given it to someone else. The Mages Guild did nothing about the Necromancer, despite having battle mages, and who, again, in the Imperial City, there's the Imperial City Arcane University, who now Stros M'kai, as part of the Empire, is part of. You have to answer to them. There's not enough of this Empire in the supposed threat that the Empire plays. If you have overarching hand of the Empire being a tyrant in the area, show that. They didn't show that. You wrote a check that you can't cash. they didn't delve enough into the socio-political ramifications or the international geopolitics. They need more. Like, I'm not an expert on the situation. Well, I mean, I'm an expert on Elder Scrolls situation, but not on, like, real life international, here's how governing politics work. So, like, maybe there's some things that I can miss, or maybe there's some things that I can do better, but they aren't checking even the basic boxes for me. All you have to do is tell a story of Empire bad, show that they do bad thing. Previous king good, show that he does good things. What I have been shown is previous king bad, or I've been told previous king good, previous king invited in a necromancer and consorted with pirates, doing a bunch of bad things. New governor comes in, does... Well, the new governor doesn't consort with pirates. He tries to eliminate the pirates. So he's actually reducing crime. He's improving trade. He is consorting with the necromancer, which he shouldn't do. That's big no-no. That kind of overarches everything else, right? Like, I don't care if your trade policy is good if you nuke Ghislaine, right? Like, consorting with a necromancer who is stealing people's souls is a whole new degree of bad, and that alone would get him labeled as corrupt or a tyrant or whatever. But the problem is the previous king basically did that too. And it's... Ugh, there's not nearly enough story here. It's it was a random fun adventure, sure, but I didn't get the lore out of it that I wanted. What lore I did get that I liked was the orrery and the firmament, going over the constellations. That is pretty much it. I have been left with a negative opinion of Hammerfell and the Redguards. Which isn't good. I came in wanting to be like, yeah, Redguard! Let's learn about Yokuda. Let's really get into the nitty-gritty lore of Hammerfell and start making me really like Redguards. No, I kind of hate them more now. Just sad. We didn't even get into, like... Redguards are supposed to be, like, sword magic users. They're... I don't have a better comparison, or I'd use a better comparison, so sorry for this. They're like weebs. Their whole life, their whole thing surrounds around, like, we're so good with swords, it's like magic. I trained in the way of the blade my whole life. I'm a sword dancer who uses sword magic to defeat all of my foes in super badassery. Like, it gets more into it than that, but, I specifically wanted the lore surrounding it, which is why I played the game, and then I didn't get the lore surrounding that, so I don't know what else to say about it. I'm so glad that I played the game. I want to play all of the games. I'll be playing Battlespire 2. Eventually, I hope to get literally every game under my belt. But, we have conquered this one. I can check it off. My official rating, 2 out of 5, don't play it. You can just watch me play it, or watch someone else play it if you really care about more content. If you are someone who thinks that you would play it, you'd know if you'd play it, right? Like, you'd have to be a lore freak like me to play it, or do I'm going to check off all the games. There's no reason to play this game unless you're doing that. It's a fun little adventure, sure. I had fun, but I can't recommend it. And because of that, it has to be at a 2 instead of a 3. I do look forward to the next adventure, though. And, success. We did it. We checked off the label. In fact, what you see in this chatting screen, the room behind me, I pulled from Oblivion. I, in this screen right here, am literally sitting in a chair on the council. That's what, if I drop the avatar, that's what this room is. That's what this is. It's a chair on the Ruby Council. They should have contacted where I am sitting. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed streaming, and I enjoyed playing. Overall, I had fun. I can't dog on it too much. I wish there was more. What I hate the most is that it disappointed me. It wasn't a totally bad experience, even with having to, fix bug after bug after bug. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I enjoyed streaming. For now, it is going to be goodbye and good night. Until next time, until next playthrough. Bye.